Hi everyone. I want to talk about that show Unexpected because I'm still baffled by it. I had two daughters, neither got pregnant in high school and that was that. But I think maybe because sex ed was prevalent in our home and because they knew as a single parent I had to work. There was no messing around in my house. No sex, no drugs, no drinking, etc. And they had friends, but their friends that were guys went home before my daughters or the daughters and their girlfriends would fall asleep. So, anyways, I'm not saying I know everything about teen pregnancy, but I got through high school years with my daughters and they were on the up and up. But I said this. I thought, so I wrote this down. If each state required the newborn of a teen mom to be placed with a responsible adult, I think things would change. I think parents of said teens would take this a bit more serious. I said, well, how I see a lot of these teens to be reflective of, it's spoiled, entitled, ignorant, abused, and abusive. A lot of these kids that get pregnant by one another haven't even dated that long. One girl said she never even kissed the guy that they had sex. Yeah, kissing was just too intimate. Another one, her family had this huge baby shower for her and they have this photo shoot. And another mom said she was not happy about her daughter's pregnancy, so she kicked her out. The girl went to live with his parents. They lived under their roof. His parents ended up getting divorced because dad had to get another job to support his son, girlfriend, and baby. I see it just the kids. Recent season, I started watching. Kids look like they're 12 years old. Boy says, I don't want to be a dad. I don't know what I'm going to do, or I'll take him from you. It's like they're playing with babies. If mom or dad ended up having to be financially responsible for these babies and become guardians and raise their grandchildren, things might change. I think things change only when people's pocketbooks are squeezed. I don't know how you think your 16-year-old is going to raise a baby and be responsible for an infant when he or she can't even clean up their room or clean up their act, nor do they normally have jobs. And so what? The state has to pay for them? But parents should be required to pay the state back. Not the daddy, because God forbid, he normally doesn't have a job. Even though he has a car, cell phone, and all that. The parents should be financially responsible for these babies, because I'm not saying we can prevent our children from becoming parents. But when you're too ignorant to know that your teens left alone in your home are having sex, one mom says it probably happened under my roof. Are you that ignorant? The one kid, I think I don't remember his name. He's one of the most abusive ones, the one that looks like a cartoon character. He has a cap and his puffy hair sticks out the side. And he abused his girlfriend, wouldn't let her get an epidural, then called her a drug addict. They removed him from the hospital. How much more ignorant, Dad, are you? You're a punk, your son's a punk, and if you're not embarrassed already, I can't even. What, 15 minutes of fame? Is that what you're looking for? Look, you're not a man. You're a child. I can't even believe this. I can't believe this show. But I think things have to change. Sex ed has to happen at home. The minute your son or daughter says, where do babies come from? You tell them. Sex ed starts at a very young age. Instead of them playing on their tablets, make sure when they're teenagers, they have to babysit or hang out with a screaming infant for a couple of hours, hang out with their aunt or uncle or cousin who has a baby and have them spend the night with another person who has an infant and say, you're responsible for this baby throughout the night. Or mom is going to be present, but changing diapers, looking at the price of things. You're going to earn an allowance, but let's go see how much diapers cost, because I'm not going to buy them. You are. There's so many ways. I'm proud to say my husband has a son who is a responsible young man and is now 18 years old, dating a wonderful girl. They are both responsible, have their heads on straight, and just are wonderful kids. But their first priority is work. He is he has goals, and his goals include saving money, becoming successful, and certainly making sure that he takes the steps to get there. So, really proud of him. So, anyways, that's all I've got to say. Let's not be ignorant, but I think states ought to start tapping into the pocketbooks of these parents. Because if you see this show, you'll understand why. I'm not saying all parents, and I'm not saying all teen parents are not responsible, but a majority. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I'll be back.